Hello and welcome to Kicktalk Reboot. In this week's programme, we have reports from the match of the day in the Stagecoach Premier League as Irvine Meadow take on Beith at Meadow Park. We also dip into the Stagecoach First Division as the battle between the two bottom dogs as Kilsyth host Largs Thistle. But now it's on to today's results. In the Stagecoach Premier Division, it was Atherley 3, Kilburnie 4, Cumnock 1, Petershill 2, Glenafton 6, Shotts Bonaccord 0, Irvine Meadow 1, Beith 0. Now on to the West of Scotland Super League First Division. Greenock Juniors 4, Irvine Vics 1, Kilsyth 1, Largs Thistle 0, Robroy 1, Cumbernauld 2, Pollock 2, Neilston 2, Shettleston 0, Rutherglen 0, Thornywood 1, Maybole 3, Ardere 0, Yoka 1. And on to the Stagecoach West of Scotland Ayrshire District League. Anbank 5, Whitlets 2, Craigmark 1, Dalry 2, Govan 0, Darvel 4, Kello 0, Cowinning 6, Saltcoats 2, Muirkirk 0. Stagecoach Central League Division 1. Bellshill 2, Lanark 0, Blantyre 0, Dunnypace 3, Lesmahago 3, Larkhall 0, Carluke 2, Renfrew 2, Maryhill 3, Vale of Clyde 4, Ashfield 1, Benbub 7. In the West of Scotland Central District Second League, Cambuslang 2, East Kilbride 0, Rossville 0, Newmains United 1, Royal Albert 7, Forth Wanderers 0, and St Roch's 1, Johnsonborough 2, Vale of Leven 0, Port Glasgow Juniors 1. And now it's over to a Drawson Herald and Irvine Times sports reporter Stuart McConnell for his report from Irvine Meadow versus Beith.
In Meadow Park, where the final score in the Stagecoach Super League Premier Division match was Irvine Meadow 1, Beith 0. Meadow went into this match in the back of a good run, which had seen them win 3 games in the league and also in the Scottish Cup. Had gone through easily, had gone comfortably against Cambuslang, so they opened up very strongly. And just a minute and a half in, Chris Hall pounced on a loose ball before sending a 20-yard lob just over the bar. After that, it was in a case of a Thompson cross and a Halliday header as Meadow kept attacking, went over the bar, and then a Mark side surf had a shot from 25 yards, well saved by the Beith goalie Adam Strain in 13 minutes, and then it was a free kick by Mark Thompson, the set piece specialist, was cleared by the Beith defence in 17 minutes. Beith were really restricted to sort of shots from distance, and a snatch from David McGowan was easily saved by Andy Carlin in 27 minutes. And then Paul Fry's shot wide just a few minutes after that. Fry's then sent a shot over the top from 30 yards in 35 minutes, and also another Beith chance in 40 minutes when Christie's shot from 16 yards was well handled by the home goalie. Into the second half, and it certainly looked a bit better than the first. And a free kick from McCann, Gary McCann, was cleared from a corner by the Beith defence 53 minutes. Over 2 minutes later, the deadlock was broken in some style, and it was a sort of a headed flick onto Mark Twaddle, the former Ayr United man, and he let fly with a 16-yard rocket. Side-footed a sort of really strong shot into the bottom corner of the net. It was certainly what made it no more than he deserved, as they were on top at this stage. Then Xander Ryan, the former Meadow man, had a shot scrambled away by the home defence in 75 minutes. And just right on time, Meadow was only reduced to 10 men when the striker Willie Sawyers was given a straight red card for what was supposed to have been a kick, although it wasn't very obvious from where I was standing. They seemed to kick out at a Beith player. Surprise decision, but obviously the ref had a clear view on it. So that was that really how it finished. So from Meadow Park, while the final score in this Stagecoach Super League match was Irvine Meadow 1, Beith Juniors 0. This is Stuart McConnell for Kicktalk.
And thank you very much to Stuart McConnell there, and that crow that wanted to get a word in the action as well. And now it's on to today's goal scorers roundup. And first of all, we look at the William Hill Senior Scottish Cup. Auchinleck Talbot took the lead at Edinburgh City before falling 2-1 in the second round. Wilson opened the scoring for Talbot, but Edinburgh came fighting back to progress to the next round after Talbot's Willie Boyd was red carded. But the good news is that there will be Ayrshire representation from the juniors in the third round of the Scottish Cup after Halford ran out 3-1 winners at Inverurie Local. Mackenzie on 7 minutes, Robertson on 21 minutes and Corcoran on 49 minutes put United in the ascendancy before Inverurie got a late consolation. And into the Stagecoach Premier Division, Kilbirnie carried on their good form to win a 7-goal thriller at Barrhead. A quick free kick from McLean opened the scoring for the visitors, who were soon pegged back. Craig made it 2-1 for Kilbirnie, and then Graham Boyd made it 3-2 to Ladeside. But Athley came back 3 times in this match, only for the Valefield Park side to notch a winner through Gare, as the Blasties blast up to third in the division. A Conley hat-trick, a Kinney double and a strike from McChesney made Glenafton the big winners of the day with a 6-0 thumping of Shotts Bonaccord. And Cumnock took the lead over Petershill thanks to a Ronald strike in 66 minutes. But Peasy turned the tables with a Finnegan strike in 70 minutes and a Govan penalty strike in the 92nd minute. Talbot and Irvine Meadow still lead the Premier League on 12 points with a game in hand each, while Petershill have the same points total but have played 1 game less. And into the first, and Foley and Brown were the scorers for Cumbernauld as they were triumphant at Amdomsley Park, putting Rob Roy to the sod in one of the shock results of the day, 2-1. 9-man Pollock held on to a 2-2 draw at home to Neilston. Dark and Mackenzie put Pollock 2 up, but the visitors came storming back thanks to a Canning double. Mackenzie and the keeper Harkness saw red for the Newlandsfield Park side, who remained top of the division this weekend. And well done to Greenock for the biggest win of the day in the First Division with a 4-1 victory over struggling Irvine Vics, who are still without a win, as are Largs Thistle. And it was bad news for Winton Rovers, who came a cropper in the first round replay of the Scottish Junior Cup at home to St Anthony's, losing 3-2. Carson and Caddis scored for their Drossen side, who were reduced to 9 men, but a Miller penalty and a Duncan double sealed the Govan men's spot in the second round draw, which takes place at Meadow Park Social Bar on Sunday at 1 p.m. But now it's on to my match reports from Duncansfield Park, where the score in the Stagecoach First Division clash was Kilsyth Rangers 1, Largs Thistle 0. Canny Kilsyth leapfrogged Largs into second bottom spot with a battling win to tip the balance in the Stagecoach First Division. Thistle had most of the possession in the first half, but it was Kilsyth who came up with the goods to notch the only goal of the game. Now for Largs, McLaughlin's smart header from Frizzell's free kick on the right near the byline had to be punched clear by the Kilsyth trialist keeper in the first real moment of drama in 17 minutes. Ewan Lindsay's good run from deep resulted in a 20-yard fizzing shot wide of the left post as Largs were looking the sharper of the two sides, and a high ball into the box resulted in James Marks scampering through only to be impeded by the Kilsyth keeper. The referee pointed to the spot, but Lindsay's low drilled effort to the bottom left was turned around the post by the shot stopper on 32 minutes. So it was a good save by the trialist keeper. Subsequently, there were home calls for a penalty kick as Duffy went down under a challenge from McLaughlin off the ball just after Largs had cleared the danger, while Prentice's follow-up shot didn't really trouble Largs keeper Weir. But Largs were caught in the attack as Kilsyth launched a quick break from midfield, and a diagonal cross from the left from McBride found Duffy, who made no mistake with a clinical strike from 18 yards into the bottom left-hand corner. But Thistle carried on the same vein to the end of the first half. McLaughlin's glancing header flashed over the bar and landed on top of the net, and a near OG Fanko could have resulted in a Kilsyth conceding, but Doyle put the ball past his own keeper and trundled just wide of the post. So half-time and Kilsyth were 1-up. A diagonal blast from Lindsay on the right nearly brought dividends for Largs, but his blazing shot flashed across the face of goal. And then Muir blazed over from 10 yards out from great positioning as frustration was growing among the visiting support. Largs were throwing everything into getting an equaliser, but were leaving spaces at the back. Kilsyth Subjanic broke free and his rising pile driver had to be fingertipped over the bar by Weir. And then Livingston blazed in a bending effort just wide of the left post for the home side. And Kilsyth then went up the other end and they nearly sealed a second goal at the last gasp. A culling cross from the right hand side found Prentice at the far post and his diving header across the face of goal rebounded off the right post to safety. So it was the same old story for Largs, who had plenty of possession but no cutting edge up front. And as for Kilsyth, this was their first league victory of the season, and it could be the kickstart they need after their Scottish Cup win last Saturday. And now it's over to the manager's reaction from today's game. I'm with Keith Hogg, the Kilsyth manager, after today's 1-0 win over Largs. What was your reaction? That was a big win for you today.
It was a very good one, considering the last 4 games we've had losses. So last week in the Scottish was a good win, and the boys' confidence have just grown since then through the week at training. And today, Largs are a big club, considering they're in the Super League last year. It's still got Super League players in their squad just now, so by no means it was a big win for us.
Take us through the goal.
It was a great goal. Just try to recall exactly what happened because I've had that much stuff going through my mind. But it was a great finish by Mark Duffy. Paul McBride played the ball right between the full back and the centre half. Mark's took a great first touch and then he's rifled it low and hard into the corner for the goalkeeper. Mark's like that, clinical when he gets the chances, and today he was on his game.
And in terms of, this is like a big boost. Like you say, you're off the bottom of the table now, so you can now kick on really for the rest of the season. Like you say, get 2 good wins now under your belt.
Absolutely. We needed that again today. Last week was a good performance, albeit we had several chances and only scored 4. Not taking that away from Blair Gowrie, but today we had more chances and we only converted that 1. So I think taking for training for last week into today, the guys are buzzing, plenty of confidence, and we'll hopefully grow on for them.
And there was a chance straight at the end as well. That great header off the post as well.
It was. Michael made a great move and crossed a great ball into the box, and Nicky's come in at the back post and with a header, and it just hit the post and he's been unlucky. It was a great ball and a great move. I don't even think the goalkeeper moved. That's how good it was. It was nearly in the corner, but another day that one would have been in the corner, but today that 1 goal by Mark was enough.
That's great. Thanks very much for your time.
No
Thank
problem.
you, all the best.
Thank you.
With Sandy McLean after Largs Thistle's 1-0 defeat to Kilsyth. Obviously it was a must-win game today, as you said today. How big a blow was that for to lose at 1-0?
Huge. It puts us bottom of the league, which speaks for itself. We can't keep making excuses about playing well or creating chances or doing whatever. We need to win games, and at the minute it's plainly obviously that we're not doing that for whatever reason. So it's a massive body blow to us.
Scoring goals obviously is a crucial factor as well, and today you didn't score any, obviously Ewan's penalty, but there were chances though.
Yeah, but we've been saying that every week, Callum. We're creating chances, and today we're still creating chances. You're right, no penalty kick. Ewan strikes it really well. It's a really good save for the goalie, to be fair to the goalie, but creating chances isn't really the problem. It's just getting them in the back of the net. As I said to you last week, I would take a bounce off somebody's backside to get into the net and give us a 1-0 victory to get us over that wee hurdle, because the confidence is starting to sap at the players as well. It's not through a lack of effort. They're working hard in training, they're working hard on the Saturday, but they're not getting results.
And that's it from this week's Kicktalk programme. Thank you very much to Stuart McConnell for providing his match report for Irvine Meadow versus Beith. And I will be back next week for Kicktalk Reboot. I'm Callum Corral. Goodbye.